Hi, this is Dr. Topper from Oracle Health Science Consulting again. And in this video, we'll be going over one of the more elements that make up an inspection. Now, we did standardization. Now we're going to talk about consistency. Now, ideally, standardization and consistency go hand in hand. Those are the two areas where if you have a robust, compliant safety database system, half your battle is won because you will put this in the purview of the safety database itself, and then it's in a validated system that any health authority can understand how it was validated, and really no further questions are asked. But for the sake of explaining, consistency is data in equals data out. So if I use my standardization parameters and I put data in, will I continuously get the same data out? Now, if I'm not getting the same data out, what could be some of the causes? Well, the very first cause is that you have to manipulate the data in a way that it becomes report ready. And what do I mean by that? It means that some database systems out there are simply case management and they don't have any reporting capabilities to create these reports. So you would have to use an external tool, a report writer type tool, or you'd have to look into an integrated database system that would allow you these report functions. So you take the data from your database, a line listings of sorts, and you create with some data elements a design framework of a report. The consistency factor is that even if the inspectorate asks you to run it, to truncate the time spans, to make a period into a week, over 24 hours, over 7 years, whatever the time frame may be, to remove a variable, to insert a variable, the report will act accordingly. So that doesn't mean that suddenly null reports will show up when you have added a variable, unless you, of course, add the null variable. But if you add any other variable, such as a time frame, you shouldn't have these null reports. You shouldn't have these anomalies show up. If they are showing up, that would indicate to the inspector that you are manipulating the data in another clearinghouse, in a temporary format. Now, before the databases were very robust, what used to be done is you would take these as CSV files, put them into an Excel, clean up the Excel, PDF it, timestamp it, file it away, and then if the inspectorate were to so ask, you would then go and find these reports and show them these static reports. But inspectors have become very, very smart, and they know the database systems are capable of doing this, so they'll often insert or delete a variable from these line listings and ask you to rerun the report. And if you don't have consistency, then you'll get marked for it. So do be aware of that. Do look at your safety system. Do make sure that you have a very capable report writer, either built into the system itself or as an adjunct on the outside that will create these robust reports, because the inspectorate will test you on them. This is Dr. Topper for Oracle Health Science Consulting. Do join me again as we go through the other parameters of what makes up a healthy, a safety inspection through a health authority. Thank you.